Good morning, everybody. I am at the High Top Hut. We camped here last night. We didn't stay inside the shelter. There were all kinds of notes about aggressive mice. And we were still thinking we were going to sleep in the shelter just because we were tired. And sometimes you're just tired and you don't want to set up camp. But as we were eating dinner, I heard a mouse turd drop from the top, and I looked, and sure enough, there was a mouse turd where I thought I heard it drop. So we decided, no, we're not staying in the shelter. We camped, and I'm so glad we did. It was a very restful night, and it was a beautiful night, and it's always nice to be in your tent. So really glad we tented last night. We have 11.6 miles today to go to an official Shenandoah National Park campground. We're going to try to rent a cabin, but if we can't rent a cabin, we're going to get a tent site because it's like $30 a night for a tent site, and it'll sleep up to 6. So that's pretty good. Anyway, so this is the shelter. There's my pack. I'm ready to go. This is probably going to be about an 8-hour hike for me today, and it's going to be hot, so I really should have been on the road earlier if I could have, but it's 8:30, and I'm getting a decent start. I woke up at 5:30. It just takes me forever. I have to eat breakfast and get coffee and go to the bathroom and do all the things that you have to do in the mornings, and I can't just get up and go like some of these folks can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see what kind of adventures we have today. So this is the High Top Hut. I really like the Shenandoah huts. They have these great fireplaces or fire pits. And then they usually have bear boxes, which is really good. And they also have these things here. So if the bear box is full or not functioning properly, you can take your bags, your food, and hang them up high, and the bear can't get to them on the bear pole, which is really cool. There's some campsites back that way. And then Bruiser and I went way, the campsites, there's a privy up here, and then there's more campsites like way back there, and that's where Bruiser and I set up our tents. We had a very peaceful, restful night. I loved it. So this is it, and I need to get going, so I will talk to you all later. So I've climbed pretty much up the mountain, I think, from the camp, from the shelter where we camped. I think I've done most of the climbing up. We were about a little over halfway up the mountain, the shelter was. So I started out with that hike this morning going up, which I think I've already mentioned this, but I prefer to do that early anyway. But the path right now is so nice. I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. I'll take 100 yards if that's all it is. I don't care. Let's see what this says. Okay, Appalachian Trail North is this way. Okay, then I will continue going this way. There's my white blaze. What I was going to tell y'all this morning, though, is when I make these videos, you guys are getting the highlights of my day. Either areas where I'm able to video because the terrain allows it, or even little mundane pieces of my day, but you don't get all of the toil and really pain and effort that it takes to do what we do here. So I was just gonna mention, you know, you're seeing 8 to 20 minutes of video that's covering a 8 to 12 hour day. But look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I'm at the top of whatever mountain in the Shenandoahs, and wow. So hours and hours of one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Little by little we get there, dripping sweat, feet hurting, knees hurting, sometimes back and shoulders hurting. I mean, it's just all day long, and it's constant. So I don't want to give the impression that, you know, everything's all, you know, great views. I think most of us know that when we look at this, but I just wanted to drive that home, that the 8 to 20 minutes of video is really signifying 8 to 12 hours of grueling hiking up and down mountains. But then you get this. So hikers are always looking for a place to sit down and just take a couple of minutes on the trail. And look at this. This is hiker ingenuity right here. So you got your log, but apparently it was probably too kind of rotted, and maybe not rotted, but jagged. So someone put a rock on there. Perfect seat for a little snack break or just a little rest. Apparently I have to cross this bridge. I've come out to US 33. There's the trail I just came off of. And now it says to cross the bridge. So that's what I'm doing. It's a little warm today, but I thought about going into town, into Elkton, and getting a motel tonight, but my girls are gonna press on, so we're hoping to get a campsite at the campground, and then be able to shower and recharge our batteries and stuff at the camp store. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I just see now where the AT picks up. It's right over there. Well, I was gonna hike 11.6 miles today, but about 5 miles in, I was just so hot and feeling a little weak. Even though I was eating and drinking lots of water, just was not feeling well. So I got a ride into Elkton, Virginia. I'm about to go get some food, and then I have a room reserved at a little motel so I can get air conditioning, and I did go ahead and get some resupply at the outfitters. So we'll see how all this goes. I need out of the heat, so I'm doing it.